What?
Now we're live.
Okay. Alright, let's try that again since Sherman did not want to be the host. We're going to do an actual live reading sprints. So, tonight Why are you staring at me?
Is it picking up this mic or that mic?
I don't know. We're going to do live here. And, Sherman, do you want to come back now? Do you want to host now after you ran away in the middle of last live? Okay. So we're going to do some reading sprints. Let's get this done. Let me know what you guys are going to be reading this evening. I think I'm going to be reading Stalking Jack the Ripper. I started this back in October and have not picked it up since because I am just struggling right now with reading. It's been kind of rough. But just to give you an update on my life, and I'll be talking about this in my upcoming video starting on day 1 of Bookmas tomorrow. But back in the middle of October, I found out I have a brain tumor. So that was kind of life-changing for me, and it kind of threw my life for a loop. And things have just kind of been really, really crazy. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's why I haven't really posted much or done anything, because I found out I have a brain tumor. So yeah, I don't really know how to discuss that. I've been calling it my tumor humor. I've been making fun of it mostly. So yeah, that's kind of how I've been handling it. It's a pituitary tumor, which I'm told is the best kind of tumor you can have, which is weird to hear because you never think that a brain tumor can be something good to have. But we're going to do some reading sprints here. Let me know what you're reading in the comment section. Again, I'm reading Stalking Jack the Ripper. And I don't really know what else to say. I think we should just really get into our first sprint. What do you guys think? So I am on chapter 6 of Stalking Jack the Ripper. This is like a historical fiction fantasy novel. So far, I have found out that Audrey Rose is a young girl in a Victorian era time. What was that? I just heard a weird noise. And that is my producer over here, aka Anthony, testing out the mics and whatnot on YouTube. I'm just awkwardly flapping my book here. It's really nice. So the story, back to Audrey Rose, she is in this Victorian era where girls are really not allowed to do much. They're just supposed to be housewives, and they're allowed to gossip and go shopping and stuff, but they're not really supposed to do manly things. And she is super interested in anatomy and dissection and going through what's it called when you're dissecting a corpse? Autopsy. So she's really into the autopsy realm and crime and that kind of thing. And we're following the case of Jack the Ripper from the start. And they're following his case. He hasn't been named yet as Jack the Ripper, but he will be coming up, I believe, soon. So let's go ahead and get into our first sprint here, and we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and read. I don't think I can mute the audio, so I guess you guys are just gonna hear me turning the pages of a book. It's really exciting. Maybe we'll get Sherman to come join our hosting at some point. He's over there cleaning himself. Sherman is my cat. So starting on chapter 6. I'm probably gonna read till chapter 8, and we'll see how long. So page 56 to page 77, so roughly 20 minutes. So we'll read for 20 minutes here. Let's go ahead and get started. we have completed, I think, 20, I don't know how long it's been actually, maybe like 25 minutes of reading. We'll see. All right, it looks like we got some YouTube comments. We have, I'm reading The Lost Apothecary, the physical book, and the audiobook at the same time. I actually did that once with the Illuminate Files. I highly, highly recommend, if you're going to read the Illuminate Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, read the physical book and the audiobook at the same time. The physical book has like maps and diagrams, and the way it like puts the words on the page is really cool. Whereas the audiobook has like sound effects and like the voice recordings and like that kind of stuff. So if you read them together, it really immerses you in that world. I love reading those books in like physical and audio format at the same time. So I read 2 chapters of Stalking Jack the Ripper. I'm finding it hard to like stay focused on this because they're just talking a lot about like death and murders and stuff, which should, I guess, intrigue me. I guess it would intrigue anyone who likes like crime podcasts and that kind of thing. This is my first time doing this, and it makes the experience so much more immersive, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that it really just brings a whole new life to the story when you read an audiobook at the same time. And you get to like hear the characters' voices in your head, or like rather out loud, instead of trying to hear them in your head. And you get to hear the tone that they're saying things in. And I just 100% agree that reading an audiobook during the book makes it a completely different experience. How are you liking The Lost Apothecary? That sounds good. Isn't that the one that's about like historical fiction about the woman who would poison men? Yeah. So we're both kind of reading like murder, crime, historical fiction books here. I also want to read Hooky, which is a graphic novel. I read the first one. This is volume 2. The first one was so cute, probably my favorite graphic novel of all time. And just joined. Well, welcome in. Unfortunately, not sure how much longer I'm going to go because I still have a lot of videos to film tonight for Bookmas. So stay tuned for Bookmas coming up. If you don't know what Bookmas is, it's where I post a video every single day of December on my YouTube. So go, if you're on TikTok here, make sure that you are going to my YouTube to follow that. And if you're on my YouTube, make sure you're staying tuned to my channel to follow for more. But I'm sorry you can't sleep. That always sucks. I never have a problem getting to sleep. I always have a problem staying asleep. Anyone else? But yeah, I've got a lot to do tonight. So how long has this been going, Aunt? 30 minutes. That's probably
And 15 with the cat.
Just about right. We had 15 minutes with the cat as well. We have Miko over there. We got Sherman here in the doorway. He didn't want to sit in the chair anymore. But if you're interested, we have about 15 minutes of just him sitting in the chair. Liking Lost Apothecary a lot. It is about a woman who owns a shop for women who want to do away with men. So it's also present day with a girl who just ended up in London. Oh, cool. Oh, you took it away. I don't know what the rest of that comment was. But, yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, here it is. It's also about a present day girl who just ended up in London after a horrible thing happened. I'm guessing it was some sort of crime, and then they're investigating what the crime was. Ooh, someone said, what's your favorite book? Let me tell you what my favorite book is. I actually have an entire shelf dedicated to it right here. That is, hold on. Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palprato. I will take every opportunity to talk about this book that I can. This is a fantasy, YA fantasy. It's told in 3 different perspectives. We have Veronica, who is all she wants to do is be a Phoenix Writer. However, the Phoenix Writing clan is only accepting men, so she disguises herself as a man to join. We're following Tristan, who is the son of the leader of the clan, and he's supposed to follow in the footsteps as commander, and he's actually afraid of fire, and that's kind of hard when you have to ride a bird that's on literal fire. And then we're also following Sev, who is an animage, and in this society, animages are illegal. And he is hiding the fact that he's an animage while he's also a soldier. So he's a soldier in disguise, I guess you could say, or an animage in disguise as a soldier. But there's so much I love about this book. The romance is incredible in it. The world building is incredible in it. I absolutely adore it. The world building, I've heard, can be a little bit info dumpy, but I personally am a huge fan of info dumpy type books because I just want to read as much about the world as possible. So yeah, this is the first book in a trilogy. The whole trilogy is released, so you can binge read the whole trilogy. And then she actually has another book that I got to read the arc of coming out next July, and that is called Bonesmith, and it is Gideon the Ninth meets Game of Thrones. Incredible. Definitely a must read for fall, so stay tuned for that one as well. But Nikki is my absolute favorite author. Crown of Feathers is my favorite book. Some of my other favorite books, I love Six of Crows. I've got my whole Grishaverse shelf here. I love The Hunger Games, and I love Arc of a Scythe by Neil Shusterman. That's probably my favorite dystopian. But Hunger Games holds a special place in my heart because it's the book series that got me into reading for real. I read books before, but I wasn't super invested until The Hunger Games. So yeah, that is my favorite book. Thanks for asking. What's your favorite book? Everyone comment what your favorite book is. I love talking books. All right, let's see what we got over here. Hi, Nicole. What book am I reading now? That's a fantastic question. I'm reading Stalking Jack the Ripper right now. I'm also reading an arc of Unseelie. I'm reading that on NetGalley. I have 11 books on NetGalley to catch up with, so I'm trying to power through my NetGalley books, and that's just been a fun time. I've been in such a reading slump. I said this at the beginning of the live, but I've been in such a reading slump because back in October, I actually found out I have a pituitary brain tumor. And so after finding out about that, I was just totally shot on wanting to do anything. That's why I haven't been posting as many videos. That's why I'm not reading as much. I literally read 2 books in October, which I had read before I found out, and then 2 books in November, which I read this weekend. So from October 13th until this weekend, I didn't read anything. It's been a rough time, but we're getting through it. Favorite book is In the Heart of the Sea, The Tragedy of the Whale Ship Essex. Is that a nonfiction? That sounds really cool. So sorry about the brain tumor. You had a craniotomy for a brain tumor a year ago. Wow, what a small world. That's crazy. How are you feeling? How are you doing? I have a pituitary tumor, which they say is the best tumor to have, but I don't think really any brain tumor is fun to have. But luckily, this type of brain tumor is almost always benign, and if it does need surgery, they can almost always go through the nose for it, so it's pretty non-invasive, which is nice, but it's still pretty scary. Not I'm just kind of in the waiting game right now to find out if I have to have surgery or not, which is kind of freaking me out. But I mean, if they're not freaking out and like rushing through things, maybe that's a good sign. I don't know. Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb and Honor Harrington series by David Weber. I've been really wanting to read Robin Hobb books. Is Realm of the Elderlings the one with like the Assassin's Fool and all that? Don't have a favorite book, but you do recommend Feed by Mira Grant. It's a trilogy. They just found my mom's a year. Yeah, pituitary tumors are actually very common, which is surprising. I forget. I could be saying the statistics wrong, but it's either like 1 in 5 or 1 in 50 people have it. Either way, super common. Most people don't even know they have it. Mine just happened to be found in a MRI that I got done for headaches. So they're very livable. It's just crazy to think I have a little thing in my brain affecting things. But yeah, how's your mom doing after like surgery and everything? This was so wild that like 3 people in this chat so far have said they have brain tumors. Like before all of this happened, I didn't know a single person, and now it's like they're all coming out of the woodwork. It's wild. But it's like comforting to know that it's common, I guess. Tumor on the very top of their brain, and they removed it. It was not cancer. That's good. About the size of a cranberry. I'm so happy to hear you're fine, though. Like, that had to be so scary going into, so I'm really glad you're doing well. But it's just a crazy time. They said it was grown to the size of a small orange. My gosh. A small orange. Mine is less than a centimeter. So not of concern yet. They're just checking right now if it's impacting my hormones and if it's like a functioning tumor. So that's kind of what they're watching right now. And yeah, it's a time, let me tell you. Running road races and you have your year out of an MRI. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Year out on MRI in a few weeks. Was having horrible migraines. Were the migraines before or after the like tumor removal? Well, thank you, Tracy. I really appreciate the prayers. I've been praying myself, let me tell you. So I really do appreciate it. And yes, fingers crossed. But I was having migraines myself. Migraines before. Okay, so maybe there's like hope for me to get rid of these migraines. I will get them to the point of like lying in fetal position, room completely dark, no sound, no light. If I'm drinking or eating anything, it's immediately coming back up. So isn't this a fun talk for book reading? Oh gosh. But yeah, migraines were before. So I'm glad that they've stopped now. That's good. But back to what I'm reading. NetGalley books is my main focus. I have 11 of those to catch up on. And then Stalking Jack the Ripper physically. And 4 Aunties and a Wedding by, I think it's Jesse Q. Sutano. Excuse me. On audiobook. So I kind of always just have like a fluctuation of books going on. I find it really hard to focus on one story for like an extended period of time. So I'll just like, I get bored of one, I move on to the other, and then just kind of going through this whole trip of different books. So yeah, I have at least 3 going right now. I have an ebook, an audiobook, and a physical book. And then part of me is like, oh, let's pick up this graphic novel as well, because why not? But 3 books going on normally too. Nice. That book was good on the second one now. Got it. Yes, I'm in the US. So I'm going to what is supposed to be one of the best clinics in the United States. So hopefully they know what they're doing. I'm I'm trusting that they know what they're doing way more than I would ever know what to do. So, I mean, that's a step up, right? I'm glad that your surgeons are awesome, though. While recovering from brain surgery, you could not read enough. Did you physically read or did you read audiobooks after brain surgery? I feel like it would be hard to like sit and focus, but maybe it would be like healing to read a lot. I don't know. I always hear like you should read a lot to help with like memory diseases like Alzheimer's or dementia. So maybe in a way like it's like working out your brain, like when you get a knee surgery and you have to do like the physical therapy, maybe like reading would be like physical therapy for your brain in a way. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for getting through all my NetGalley books and all that good stuff. So that I can be at 100% on reviews, because that's the goal, right? To get to 100% on NetGalley reviews. I don't know what I'm doing here. 100? I don't know. 100. There we go. Mom slept a lot, had to relearn how to walk and stuff. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, I've heard of a lot of things that can go wrong, but I've also heard of a lot of things that can go right, and we still don't know yet if I even need surgery. I could not need it at all. It could just be like a sit with it and live with it kind of thing, because it's not affecting anything. So that's what we're testing for right now. So fingers crossed it's that, and it can just chill and be my little homie for the rest of my life instead of, having to get removed, because that's scary. Physically reading, it was weird as I felt my brain was on the other side of the room, but I could not stop reading. Oh, that's wild to like. I've like had out of body experiences where I feel like my body is on the other side of the room, but it's weird to like feel like my brain is on the other side of the room. I guess if your body's on the other side of the room, your brain's over here, so your brain would be on the opposite side of the room from your body. I don't know. But another thing I wanted to talk about is I have Bookmas coming up. I think I already mentioned it, but I'm very excited for Bookmas because I was only planning to do like 12 days of content, and then when I sat down and like wrote out the calendar, I think we have like all 31 days of December covered. Well, I should say like 31 minus 4, because on Tuesdays I'm going to try to do live shows. So one live show a week, and then every other day will be a video. Also, if you follow my YouTube, you will know that I posted Mythical Mail Tuesday today. It is, in fact, not Tuesday. It is Wednesday. All day I've thought it was Tuesday, and I was very confident when I posted Mythical Mail Tuesday today, so I'll need to update that description and header, whatever it's called, caption, subject, I don't know what it's called. Oh, it looks like Anthony's just going to go in right now and update it to make me not look like I don't know what's going on. But, it is what it is. I don't know what's going on half the time, so that's fine. Bookmas sounds fun. Yes, I love Bookmas. I just clapped so loud in my ear. That was frightening. But I love Bookmas. I love watching people's Bookmases. Just to give you a preview of some of the kind of things I'm going to be doing. Tomorrow, I'll be doing my wrap-up on October and November. Collectively, it's only 4 books. Not super exciting, but exciting to hear about those 4 books. Friday, I'm filming early for this week because I'm actually going to Disney this weekend. So I want the videos to still go up for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even though I'm not going to be here. So I'm going to film those tonight. But Friday, I'm going to be filming books that I want for my Christmas wish list, or books you can put on your Christmas wish list. Saturday will be like all my Christmas decorations, like a tour of my Christmas decorations, and then Sunday will be holiday books to read. So like my TBR of holiday books I want to read before the end of the year, and like holiday specific themed books. A Princess for Christmas is one I'm thinking of off the top of my head. And there's one other one that I'm blanking on. Oh, Duke actually, I think, is like a holiday themed book. So those two are definitely on there. I have others on the list as well. And then some coming up later. What would blank character want for Christmas? Or is blank character on the naughty or nice list? It's a little bit Christmas heavy, but I don't know. I love all the holidays, so it is what it is. Space is warped and time is bendable. I agree. What is time? Time is a social construct, as they say. But yeah, I think I've talked quite a bit. We did one reading sprint, but this was just, I wasn't even expecting to do the live tonight. Sherman just sat in the chair right as I was about to film, and we thought it was funny, so we started this live. So you guys got a special unannounced live, I guess, which is exciting, but stay tuned on Tuesday evenings. I'm going to be doing lives from now on, so stay tuned for those, and I will check you guys later. I'm going to go get some Bookmas videos filmed, and if you're interested, I might be on Twitch a little bit later this evening. We'll see. I might play, I just got Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I kind of want to stream that, so watch my Twitch later. It's Meg's Meadow. You can also follow my gaming TikTok, Meg's Gaming Meadow. I haven't posted anything there yet. I just started it, but if you want to hang out a little bit later, maybe in like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'll be on Twitch and we can hang out and talk more there. But thank you guys. Love you. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Maybe